Carrington all over her. Clark eyes up. Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones, will flip it in. Loose ball ends up in the arms of Indiana. Great look. Smith able to finish off the dime from Caitlin Clark. There's your exclamation point from Rachel Banham. Wallace hits the jumper.
Clark, step back, handoff Boston. She'll give it back to her. Good ball movement. Samuelson's open, and she delivers with a three.
Knocking it out of bounds so that they could set their defense.
Temi Fagbenle checking in here, turns the corner on Stewart, and how's that for a home ovation? Cross-court pass, Samuelson, a corner three, she knocks it down.
2 for 1.
Clark, bounce pass, there's Boston. Hamilton with 8 here in the first half. Clark right back into Boston. Boston the patience, and Boston lays it in.
Breanna Stewart, 4 NCAA championships at UConn. 4 times she was the MVP of the Final Four, the most outstanding player.
Clark asking for the screen. Off to Mitchell, gets a clean look, and knocks it down.
That's where one guard is just a lot stronger than the other because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home. So you have 2 assists and a bucket on the first 3 possessions. Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Fagbenle lays it in. 4th assist for Clark.
Is with her head up here navigating, sees that 2 defenders are bouncing around beautiful because it looked like she was going to take the shot last second.
Clark airballs the 3. Smith keeps it alive. Clark with the shot clock fading. Great look, and Smith lays it in.
And then Caitlin Clark here, that this could be jail, and instead she delivers the pass. Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in. In fact, Fagbenle finishes. What a dart from Caitlin Clark.
Slips the screen, like beautifully delivered. We talk about
Clark has the big on her. Sably thinking about taking her. Clark gives it up. Mitchell, a wide open wing 3 is good. Clark drew 2. Clark bounces to Boston. Boston surrounded, back to Clark. Wallace will take the 3 and drain it. Clark thought about pulling, instead finds Wheeler. Her jumper is good. The magnifying glass and the pressure as Bonner can't hit. Fagbenle the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to Fagbenle, who lays it in.
Fans to be excited about not only tonight but this season. Watch this connection one more time.
Looking for Boston. Instead, it's Fagbenle. Trying to get it back to Clark. Settles with Boston. Here is Clark. Racing around. Clark using the screen from Boston. Hits her. Boston ties it with the jumper.
Injury, and that jumper looked like she's got her legs and her ankles just fine.
Curl cut by Kelsey Mitchell from 15, and a lefty flicks it up and in. Picked up by Clark.
I love the decision by Diggins Smith, going downhill in transition right at the D.
Boston the 1-2, and now Clark, bullet pass inside. Nneka standing her ground. Smith, good. Melissa Smith's been problematic thus far. And Seattle is making every bit of it for their fans because they are playing an excellent game. Fagbenle with a fabulous move, stopping.
Caitlin got out.
Oh, Jewel Lloyd misses after a tremendous move, and we are tied right now. Clark to Samuelson, and there is, believe it or not, folks, the biggest lead of the game. Here's Clark with it. Fagbenle inside against the taller Mercedes Russell, and still gets it to go.
Is Cook, the crossover. Got stuck in the air there. Fagbenle comes up with it. Here's Clark in transition where she's dangerous. Leaves it behind for... Here's just 1 of 5. How about Fagbenle running the floor there? And the find there from Clark.
Clark head up as always, just run with it and finish it. Head on a swivel. Is it underrated?
Everybody talks about the logo threes.
Yeah, they do. Nice concept, good execution. What a pass.
And Wallace.
The great pass from Caitlin Clark. Head up, just the velocity, catch it, put it in. Shooting night's been a struggle for Kia Nurse so far. 0-5 from distance.
Clark finds Boston in the lane, uses that left hand effectively, and a timeout taken quickly here. Amby on the post. Against Samuelson, stripped away, picked up by Clark. Clark, the feet underneath, back Benlay working against Giroux. What a move there. Clark being picked up by Clarendon. Brink there to help. Nice pass back Benlay. How did she find her? No official word why that happened or Smith was not in, but she's back in there right now. Here's Mitchell.
Goes right away to find Caitlin Clark.
First points of the game to Asia Wilson. Nobody on Aaliyah Boston, and she's still got the hot hand. She had a big game last night against the Sparks. Gustafson, too much. Long rebound to the Fever. Oh, back Benlay says, don't wait, don't wait.
Transition defense.
Such good athletic specimens, and I think it's so much fun to see like how Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA. It's amazing how that they've... Kate Martin, her second made three of the season and of her WNBA career. As Clark gives it up to Smith, and she muscles that one up good. Accumulating as of late. Short for Plum, and now the Fever try to push. Mitchell, another high archer swish. The weave up high, Boston pick, roll, and bucket. And Benlay, I love it. Pretty with the finish.
Indiana just trying to find their way here offensively after this 2 for 11 starts. Smith open on the perimeter, and she cashes in on a three. 9 points in 12 minutes. The third overall pick back in 2021. Here is Mitchell, fire away, and knock down a triple. Clark's career high, her jersey number. It's 22 points. She's closing in on it. Give and go with Boston. Clark, kick out. Here's Mitchell. You bet.
Watch these plays right here. Good basket cut, and then instead of trying to challenge against the shot blocker inside, she kicks it to Mitchell.
Clark lobs it. Benlay finishes.
I mean, Caitlin Clark's putting it right on the money right here.
Wheeler being hounded. Boston thought about the three. Opts for Clark. Back for a rolling Boston. Foul and one. Inbound Boston. Back for Clark. Clark trying to find some space. She'll bounce it back for Boston. She'll hoist a three and bury it. It's a 5-point game. Just under 15 seconds to go. Boston has hit a pair of threes.
And she's a big fan of the Crustable pregame, Pat. You gotta love the Crustable peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, look at Nalissa Smith running the floor. And it's been the Nalissa Smith show here in the first quarter.
Another great pass because Nalissa Smith ahead of the basketball. Look how hard she's running rim to rim. See, this is the small lineup I'm talking about with Katie Lou Samuelson at the 4.
Clark bounce pass it, Smith again.
By Caitlin Clark to recognize two bigs, and Nalissa Smith sees that she has a wide open lane to the bucket. Just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on the money.
And it's a 14-2 run dating back to the final seconds of the second quarter for Seattle. Boston deep position and gets it to go. Got the switch on to Jewel Lloyd. Boston won't miss from there. Here's Lloyd off the screen, way off the mark. Clark looking to run. Outlet pass. Oh, it's Mitchell. An eagle-eye, Hawkeye vision from Caitlin Clark. Samuelson will try it from the wing. Hit that one too.
Not bad, back to back.
Clark hesitating. Boston straightaway three. She connects.
3 for 6 on the season.
Russell leaves it short. And there's Clark launching ahead. Alyssa Smith with the step through.
Good D by Boston to stay vertical.
To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor. Wallace. The finish plus the foul. On a beautiful delivery from Clark.
For Caitlin Clark's game, the deep three is one, and the get-ahead pass is another. Oftentimes, it's two. And there's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case, and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them. Oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson. Here's Clark. Clark around Allen, kicks it out. Smith on the move. Push shot is good. Here's Clark looking to speed by Allen. Flings it out to Mitchell. Mitchell long two is good. Here's Mitchell. Curls it out. Boston handoff. Clark back to Boston. Boston spins and banks it in. Had Mitchell right there. Did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith, the floater is good off the dime from Clark.
Maybe big threes and D.
We can come up with something. We'll workshop it.
We're workshopping it.
Kelsey Mitchell lays it up and in there.
You can still establish yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective. And Caitlin Clark, she's going to get so much attention that she can find players cutting and moving. And Kelsey Mitchell absolutely is deserving of all of that attention. Good read. Having that situation, that experience for the first time in their careers, I do think the moment was big and a great learning experience for Sabrina Ionescu.
Speaks softly, but carries a heavy stick in the lane as she hits that one. And now Mitchell trying to answer, and it rattles around and goes down. So Kelsey Mitchell intercepting that pass from Courtney Vandersloot. Now gets it out to Smith, and she connects on the baseline.
At the cup. Boston gets the slip and around Edwards, lays that up and in. 11-7 lead here for. Gets her on the bounce. Dolson too strong. Quickly up the floor is Mitchell. Beautiful find from Clark as Mitchell lays it up and in. Too strong on that one. Loose ball. Clark on the move. Has Smith running with her. Gets it to her on the move. Beautiful two-person game.
All of 3 shots that she's made in tonight's game.
Wheeler, little in-out dribble. Gets that lay-in to go. That was a nice move. Clark now with it. Mitchell posting it up on Richards. Thought about it. Clark still with it. The kick. Smith will call her number and knock it down.
Ariel Atkins getting things going for the Mystics on the offensive end, now into double figures with 12. In DC at Capital One Arena for this matchup.
Samuelson at the buzzer.
Oh my.
Mentioned, our team has not played its best offensively through the first 10 games of the year as Wallace connects from 3. You would like to see Aaliyah Boston offensively be more involved here.
Aaliyah Boston is one of the elite post players in this league. She needs to get touches down low in the paint. It's a good finish by Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell drives inside. The left hand will fall. Gets the roll and a foul. Clark has to like this matchup on Dangerfield. Draws the double. Got clock down to 5. Wheeler pulls up and connects.
Screen assist, Clark.
Indiana's going to have to try to win this a second time here after that brilliant first half. Oh, Clark, beautiful feed, and there's Boston.
This play right here, she comes off the elbow. Coffee switches on, and then that escape.
Howard's played just 24 minutes, was in first half foul trouble. Indiana looks the direction of Boston, who lays it in.
Her arm's gonna fall off. Brian Howard, shoot till your arm falls off.
Clark bounces, Boston the spin and the finish. The offense is woken up for Indiana.
Is going downhill, penetrating. A lot's going to happen out of that.
A three-look falls. Lexi Hall, who shoots about 36% for the season.
Open in the corner of her eye, and she knocked it down.
Caitlin Clark scoreless since 5:51 left in the first quarter, and she post feeds Aaliyah Boston. Mentioned 7 lead changes, 10 ties. Largest lead for either team has been 7. Clark with the kick out to Samuelson. At the end of the quarter, knocks it down. Birthday against Atlanta on Thursday. She's got 3 threes in this first half.
And you see how Clark draws the 2 players, and that's why.
12 points in the game. Allen gets blocked. Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass Boston.
Look at that. She's having some trouble on Smith. Smith just bodying and maintaining position. And see, that's what you're going to see happen.
On the money pass. Clark to Boston. Clark's got 14 blocks in her WNBA career, and it ends with a Boston bucket. Post feed, Boston. Oh, beats the clock. Wow. Gets her own miss. Someone forgot about Smith. Someone forgot about Smith.
Finish with the shot clock winding down, and where is the defense?
Indiana's been so good here in this building in transition. It's Clark finding Boston. He was the only one back there for Indiana as Clark whips it inside. 2 more for Boston. Mitchell off the pass from Clark. Mitchell finishes.
Too quick.
Would be a Fever franchise record. Here's Clark going through the legs, bouncing for Boston, draws the foul, and 1. Wallace has had 4 wide open looks from 3. They just haven't fallen for her. No whistle there. Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace.
Perfect.
Clark sees 2. Corner for Wheeler. Shot fake, finds some space, and Wheeler connects.
On the shot clock underneath, Kelsey Mitchell able to get the move underneath.
For Haley Jones, it's going to take a team effort to contain Clark.
But then you also have Kelsey Mitchell who gets the bucket there.
Good job by the Dream getting back in transition defense, because that's where Kelsey Mitchell likes to strike.
Wallace left alone, and another triple goes down for Indiana. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A lot of attention on Clark outside as Katie Lou Samuelson with Nia Coffey getting the assignment in the second half. Boston, beautiful dive to the rim.
Atlanta needed to be a little more disciplined on that possession. What a perfect bounce pass for a cutting Alyssa Smith.
Clark receives a pass from Wheeler. That's going to be on the highlight reel.
Could have held for 1, did not, but able to hit. Here's the flick ahead, and Alyssa Smith lays it in on the delivery from Clark. Clark trying to shake free, get some space, did not take the 3, drives. Smith gets loose and lays it in as Diamond DeShields hit the deck. She finally missed one. Kennedy Carter had been 6 for 6 from the floor. Here's Clark. Finds the cutter. Boston inside for 2. Again, it's Clark to Boston. It's not the most inviting carpet. Nice look. Wallace gets free, waits, and lays it in. Here's Clark pedaling it forward. Clark dipping in, finds Boston beautifully for the finish. Clark around the screen, bounces underneath. Smith waits and finishes. 9th assist for Clark. Alyssa Smith now with 8 points. Clark wide open, gives it up. Mitchell in the corner. She got it on a 3. Clark draws 2, whips it to Boston. Right back to Clark. Oh, good two-player action, and Boston cashes in.
If you watched Indiana's first game against Connecticut in the two-man game, Aaliyah Boston wasn't rolling to that spot.
Here's Mitchell at three. It's good. Kelsey Mitchell making it rain. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in. What a find. And Boston the finish. A delectable dime from Caitlin Clark.
There, we've seen a couple of bunnies on both sides missed thus far. Clark now over the top. Another nice pass, and this one is converted. You just see the touch by the rookie. Clark on the push, behind the back dribble, and behind the back pass, rather. Back to Caitlin. Baseline drive, kick it out to Wheeler. Wheeler, good look at a triple, and knocks it home, and we got a ball game again, 32-27. Round to Russell pick. Now to Horston. Gets a decent look. Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore, and the baseball pass down court and with passing. Look at this.
This is a pass that not very many players can make from behind the free throw line, facilitating this offense at a high level.
Seattle looks like they smell blood in this one. Here's Clark in the corner. She has been hounded by Horston. Just watch Horston's defense. Good flip pass to Boston. Spin move, that was a beauty, and that's where she wants the basketball. You were talking about that earlier. Good defense by Gumake. Now Clark hounded by Diggins Smith. Flips it back. Boston hits it with 1 on the shot clock.
Griner has it come off. Clark with the pull. Boston with a nice rim run. Cloud smoked the layup. Wheeler quickly up court. Boston running the floor for the layup. Playing weight now, she said 155.
Well, there were
25 pounds.
Few factors that. Well, as you mentioned earlier, Mark, Caitlin in this league.
Clark into the front court. 3 points so far in the ball game, and a dime there comes out.
It's a great read.
Quickly up court. Here's Mitchell with the launch. Got it.
Three that you've been waiting for.
Clark, nice feed. Wallace with the layup. And Caitlin Clark catalyzing a comeback here.
Off that drag, she is money.
Cloud missing that 3-ball. And they can get within 1 or tied on a 3. Boston underneath, and it's a 1-point game. They have come almost all the way back. The basketball.
Look at the vision, eyes to the rim.
And here comes Mitchell, who seems to be reinvigorated and revived here in the second half. Clark with the show and go. Mitchell, the 3-ball. Wins! Little horn set. Mitchell came off the screen. Clark kept it. Into the corner. Got it! Smith with another J. More so as a playmaker. They blitz her this time. And a nice layup underneath. Copper got hung on the screen. Clark with 4 on the shot clock. Samuelson for the 3. Ring it up. Katie Lou from deep. Mitchell back out to Smith. Cunningham switches out onto Clark. Sprays it out for 3. Boston got it. Aaliyah Boston, you noted her improve.
Vegas getting in transition. Yeah, she says her team is not great in transition defense.
Well, Vegas puts pressure on everybody in transition, but this is what Indiana has to do. They have to play in the open floor.
Clark gets a screen from Boston. There's the pick and roll, and easy. Look.
Has to play if they're going to pull the upset here. Watch this screen, and then a nice pocket pass.
We talked to Caitlin earlier today, and she talked about how that chemistry is getting so much better. And is there any better passer right now from the backcourt than Caitlin Clark? Clark with another rebound, who was 1 rebound away from a triple-double in their last game at Phoenix. Kelsey Mitchell up and under.
So explosive.
Hit 70% from the floor in her senior year at Iowa and had been their leading scorer until Clark came around. Gustafson scored on by Fagbenle. Biggest lead of the game for Vegas. It's up to 10.
I mean, Sydney Colson is a 42% three-point shooter.
Mitchell answers. Just the second made three for Indiana. Still lead it by 7. Caitlin Smith, one-hander, got it in.
And all of them are above the break except for one corner triple.
Averaging almost 3 per game. 74. And we got close. And
if you watch the athletes in this league, the incredible fitness and athleticism with the skill set is what makes the product the narrative. They have the ability to change the rhythm of the game with their offense and with their defense.
Clark to Boston, who rolls it in.
They only led by 3 points against New York in the first 3 games, so a really good start for Indiana. Aaliyah Boston makes it 7-0. What a start! Attempt about 30 of them per game. That's the most in the league. Alyssa Smith gets it to drop.
They're getting some looks.
Clark looking to challenge Stewart. Maybe not. That long wingspan turning her away, but Wheeler will take it inside. And Jonquil Jones had the final say. First lead for the Liberty that didn't last long. And a fever.
And they need Smith in the game, and this is just a simple transition bucket.
In particular, in the last game against Minnesota, didn't know if she would even play. And Smith has got the last couple. Caitlin Clark, 13 points, pocket pass to Aaliyah Boston. Those two keep getting better and better together. Lainey Hamilton and Stewart are your double-figure scorers for the Liberty. Clark feeding Samuelson out of that double team.
And that was a perfect slip.
They've scored on 6 of their 8 possessions this quarter. Caitlin Clark to Smith. A rocket of a pass. And Boston lays it in. And Berg's got 5 points off the bench. Caitlin Clark trying to wheel and deal. Dantas, short. Clark with her 11th rebound, feeding Mitchell for 3. 90 seconds left to play. Hall penetrating, the reverse falls.
And miss on a 3 ball. Mystics have opened up 0-4 from the floor. Clark, good feed inside, it's Samuelson.
Ball by Katie Lou Samuelson, and Caitlin on a dime right there.
Washington just 4 of 14 from the field, but they've got a 5-point lead. Clark circling around, sets up Samuelson, who's wide open, and cashes in with a 3. This is exactly what Christy Sides warned against after that big win on Saturday, not having a letdown. Still a long way to go here as Clark feeds it into Wheeler for the buckets.
Definitely a miscommunication. Recognize Shatori Walker-Kimbrough has no idea right here where Erica Wheeler is. It's a great backdoor.
As Enkler misses on a 3 ball, and here comes Clark. This is where the Fever are dangerous. Clark gets it ahead. Wheeler gets it to go.
Just run.
Mitchell on the drive, splits the double team, draws the foul, gets it to go, an acrobatic finish, and an and one coming for Mitchell. Mitchell whips it back, Samuelson Clark, inside for Smith. Smith into Edwards, draws the foul, got it to go, what a tough shot, and an and one coming for Smith.
She called it a dream come true when she found out she made the team. New York Liberty head coach and Australian head coach Sandy Brodello gave her the call, and she said she was just a bag of tears.
Clark spots free on the drive, the hesitation. Smith will start the 3rd quarter, which is noteworthy, and goes right to work with the finish. Boston bullies her way inside. Boston lays it in.
It works, and it's really efficient.
Kimbrough, she will launch. Samuelson, nice pass there to Clark. Clark behind the back. Oh, it's Smith with the finish. Brilliance from Caitlin Clark.
You run, this can happen. What a delivery. Clark behind the back to Smith. 2 points. You're gonna reach in. It's gonna be hard to take it away from her. Plus the quickness.
Clark working her way inside. Backdoor pass, Lexi Hull.
She's capable of making every play. And free throws.
Clark inside. Here is Boston spinning, and Boston finishing. Clark out for a whole three. She knocks it down.
Felt like she took some contact there from Griner. Doesn't get the call. Clark working the baseline. It knocked off the underside of the backboard. Did a nice job to recover. It bounces inside. Pretty fine to Mitchell.
Man, you know what? They usually tell you she's not afraid.
Mitchell off the screen. Catch and shoot. Knocks it down.
We've seen this from Kelsey Mitchell time. Also have to be well aware of where Copper's at.
Clark bouncing. Boston finds some space and knocks it down. And Indiana's been red hot here early. This is where Caitlin Clark wants to play faster. Oh, she finds a cutting Boston. And the vision from Clark. She's got 5 assists in just over 5 minutes. Well, she's had everything going here in the first quarter. For the reasoning behind her assists, which have been in the double-digit range here for 4 straight. Clark bouncing. There's Mitchell. Give her 6 assists in less than 7 minutes.
It's almost like they know exactly.
Shot there for Rebecca Allen. Also played Christy Wallace on Team Australia. But this Indiana offense is playing with some serious pace. And Clark has 7 assists in the first quarter. Smith steps into a 3 and she knocks it down. The other team shot it well from out there here tonight. Both under 30% from 3. Clark bouncing. Boston charging to the rim and finishing.
But being able to make this game look as easy as it is very difficult. But her ability to have great footwork is so fun to watch.
Still loose on the floor. Mitchell's been really active defensively tonight. And Clark launches for Mitchell. She gets rewarded.
And right here, lefty hit the left-handed layup.
Indiana's got it done inside the arc. Here is Clark with some space. Clark behind the back. Oh, showing off the moves. It's Boston and it's too easy.
Let me be very clear. When it's time for your stars to shine, that's when they step up. And that's exactly what she's doing.
Smith gets inside. Good position and a much-needed bucket for Indiana. Indiana trying to look inside. Going through this zone. Cross-court pass. Clark to Mitchell. Big 3 for Indiana. And it's Clark's 13 assists. This is the franchise record tire.
Xander Lucini. Some good length on the perimeter on Caitlin. That is a tough pass. Wow. And somehow she got it in. As well, this is the second to the last game for both teams before the break. Alyssa Smith count it.
That's great. A great move by Alyssa Smith. I got a lot of scorers that haven't always hung their hat on that side of the ball. So as a team, they are continuing to grow in their defensive effort.
Gamble defensively by an elite three-point shooter. Broke Maya Moore's single-season percentage record here as a Minnesota Lynx player. Now Carlton guarding Clark, being very physical. That's been what they've done all game. Mitchell with the shot clock expiring.
In terms of holding on to the basketball.
So Fever with the ball. Clark passed up the long 3. Into Boston. Give the assist to Clark with the Boston finish. Aaliyah Boston had 4 blocks in that win against Minnesota and a career-high 16 rebounds. Turnabout is fair play right there. Cowan missed the opportunity for a 3-point play. Baseline, nice move by Boston, count it.
In this Fever offense.
Got to look there at Christy's sides, like Coach Trammell in her second year. And there's Alyssa Smith finishing.
Excelled over what we'll call the much improved productivity in the back 12 of their games. Part of it is what you see there.
31 years of age from Brazil. Mitchell, wow. Pam Ward, Monica McNutt, Angel Gray with you. Last game before the Olympic break in the entire WNBA as Dantas gets Caitlin through the lane. Boston from long range. Aaliyah Boston hits her 7th 3 of the season.
It's been really special and a fun year to be a part of. And we had a chance to ask Caitlin how is she taking care of herself. Great pass. What was that percentage? 60%?
Says you play a little golf?
What you doing, Pee Wee's? What you doing with your Olympic break?
Nothing. It's my strongest suit. I'm going north. I'm not going south.
All right.
Boston just knocked it down. Ooh, another fancy move by Clark. And now Samuelson's turn. Nice. Boy, Enrique gave it to McCowan, who couldn't finish. Behind the back again for Clark. Give her another assist and a chance for a three-point play for Smith.
In transition. Whoop. And a little spin on the finish as Melissa Smith went to the line and did in fact complete the three-point play. Yeah, three behind the back Caitlin Clark passes.
Lions are so disappointed she didn't pull that one.
I think that was her team. Her teammates were standing up on the bench.
Boston, great look, great finish. Clark has played every second of this game. Chelsea Mitchell. Clark off the switch, found Smith, who laid it in. That is now 13 assists.
This is now the 5th straight game for the Fever with 40 or more points in the paint. That would be basket 44, courtesy of Caitlin Clark's 13th assist, just reading the defense so well. Indiana outscore Dallas in the paint 16-4. Timing by Caitlin Clark. Now the passing, great screen.
Caitlin, eyes up. Corner three for Hull, hits it. Gets the lead back for Dallas. Boston cut off by Howard, but was able to spin around and get the bucket anyway.
Isn't the only rookie in the building trying to make her presence felt?
Oh boy, perfect.
Assist 16.
Clark with the ball in her hands. Another perfect pass to Boston, who waited for Howard to get out of the way. Caitlin decided not to shoot. Mitchell will. Hits the three.
Oh my goodness.
We're tied again.
This is incredible.
Taurasi misses her first look from the perimeter. Here's Clark back to Boston. Back inside. Oh, good ball movement. And it's Boston the finish. Earning her first, you can imagine she'll likely be part of future teams, probably with the player she's guarding right now, Caitlin Clark, who finds Melissa Smith.
And her ability to just throw.
Playing against themselves, practicing these type of plays in practices.
In your game.
And Indiana comes up with a turnover. Here is Clark. This time it's Smith with a foul and an and one.
Play after play. She did a great job. She's not even looking at Melissa, but it's almost like she...
Here's Mitchell, oh, behind the defense. And Caitlin Clark can do no wrong. It's one of her prettiest of the year. The WNBA Friday Night Spotlight is presented by State Farm.
And being able to come out here and support, I know, means so much to these women, but also get some of these tips as well, being able to see where he can improve with his game too.
Mitchell with 5 seconds left. Cross court Clark. Does Clark see the clock? Handoff Samuelson. Who buries a three? Samuelson beats the buzzer. And the Fever end the third with a flourish. Clark seeing two, bounces. Oh, beautiful. It's Boston with the finish and the vision from Clark.
It is a big possession there.
Mitchell looking inside for Boston, who sees a double team. Skip past Clark. Mitchell, corner three, connects.
Man, just being able to get out of the way, get the defense back into the paint.
Fresh legs, the younger team, but Phoenix has the experience. Clark sizing up Cunningham. Here is Mitchell. Another three. Melissa Smith. Clark cutting. It's Mitchell with the finish.
And I knew why Kelsey Mitchell took that first shot. She wanted to give Clark that assist, and here she goes, dashing to the lane for that easy assist.
Mitchell has matched her season high with 28 points here on Caitlin Clark's 10th assist. Kelsey Mitchell's 2 28-point games this year have come right here on Ion against the Mercury.
As Jewel Lloyd can't hit the jumper, Clark ends up with a rebound. Clark, what a pass, hit stride, and Hull lays it in.
Her time in college, we've seen it here in the WNBA, just looking ahead, and Lexi Hull knows it.
Here's Skylar Diggins-Smith soaring in and missed the bunny. Here comes Clark, wielding through traffic, finds Hull, lays it in. Caitlin Clark has now tied. Missed there from Lloyd. Clark the fling ahead. Oh, what a dime! And Mitchell lays it in! And Caitlin Clark officially has the most assists ever.
Assist, another get ahead. Caitlin Clark, head up. Right in stride for Kelsey Mitchell. She does not have to alter her speed one bit.
That is Clark's 5th technical this season. Oh, what a dime! Clark to Boston! So she'll have to be careful moving forward. Here's Clark on the move into the paint. Squeezes it to the corner to Mitchell. She got it. What a pass from Clark. What a hit from Mitchell. Slings it over to Hull. Wide open 3. She got it. Obviously familiar with Seattle. Here's Clark bouncing. Boston hitting. Has hit 3 of her last 5. Here's Mitchell alone. Connects. Wheeling behind Boston. Clark speeds into the paint. Kicks it out. Dundas. She got it. Everybody involved.
Sign for Minnesota early. Bridget Carlton gets rolling. She was a little bit quiet last night.
Just 2 points for Carlton last night, and then Mitchell has the answer.
Indiana team hasn't had to slow down Nafisa Collier yet, so they're trying to figure it out.
Double team comes against Boston, and she finds her way through it.
I'm feeling all of it and some. It's so fun to have my family here, people who've meant so much to me in my basketball journey, and just to watch this team right now. Just remind folks, like, the little girl that I hugged that's not Caitlin Clark. She matters too.
That's right.
And
Clark hands it off to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell drains the 3-pointer. Carlton hits the 3. Her 4th made shot from deep tonight. Indiana comes quickly after. Remember Lindsay Whalen saying that Janelle McCarville would always have like a wireless speaker on her backpack. And Lindsay be like, you just a walking weekend.
For the Lynx in this game with her defense, her shots, and her ability just to kind of do it on both ends.
Dantas with the roll around and in.
Squeezes over. It looked like Alicia Gray might have gotten Clark on the arm.
Aaliyah Boston can just score at any level of the floor. We've also been able to go 3 in 1 so far on this home stand. Kelsey Mitchell again. Wow. Atlanta shooting 35% from the field. In the second quarter alone, Indiana shot 71%. Mitchell. Jordan Canada still with the assignment for Clark. Mitchell, can she keep the hot hand? And there's your answer.
You put the ball in Ryan Howard's hands, let her run some point. Just give Indiana a different look offensively.
Damaris Dantas knocks down, yet ties the WNBA rookie record that Ryan Howard set. And Kelsey Mitchell gives them back-to-back 3s.
Wow, Indiana has just not been able to put the ball in the basket.
But does here as Lexi Hull gets it and 1, Jordan Canada.
Here is Clark trying to create on Thomas, the league's 2 leading assisters. Thomas knocks it away. Lexi Hull has to fire, and why not?
Come on.
Good guard-to-guard switch there by Indiana.
Thomas has been really strong too, but that time coughs it up. Here's Lexi Hull 3-on-2. Hull feeds to Clark. Right back for Lexi Hull, who buries a three. There's red hot, and then there's what Lexi Hull has been doing. Clark off the screen, waits for Boston, who cashes in. More than capable from the perimeter if you leave her open, and Harris off the screen. Her shot too strong, and now it's Clark. Launch ahead, Mitchell behind the defense. Thomas just fires it up there and banks it home to beat the shot clock. Clark launching ahead, and Hull with an answer on the other end. What a pass.
Has really taken upon her shoulders to be more aggressive offensively. 2 offensive possessions, 2 buckets for the Fever.
She saw that online. Look, she plays hard. I like the way she plays. I love her. I love the way Caitlin Clark is playing. The game right now is just, at an all-time high for the females.
90 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Looking for Reese. Fagbenle tips it away, and off and running. Caitlin Clark wins the pass. Thread the needle. My goodness, what a play. An and one chance for Temi and the Fever. To right back. Fagbenle with a huge block. An absolute wall at the rim leads to that. Erica Wheeler with the finish. Pokey Chapman, Lynn Dunn as head coaches. And they were dueling X's and O's many years ago. And Dantas from the elbow. Her first jumper, her first point.
She's having the best three-point shooting season of her career, but she can also bang in the paint.
Another assist for Clark, a back cutting.
Baskets, and then now the 3 balls flying. They're 5 of 10 right now from behind the arc.
Speaking of a long shot, that's a long 2 though. Beat the shot clock. Kelsey Mitchell, and just picking up where she left off in the second quarter. Nwede now out of the game with 4 personals. Diamond DeShields has checked in, trying to defend Caitlin Clark. Smith, 1-foot runner.
Being here is really hurting Chicago tonight.
And Kennedy a guard, but so effective in the paint. And Boston now has gone back-to-back. The season best 9 3-point makes tonight. They've had to work to get to the 9. 38%, but the answer from home. Hull in the corner. She's got the last 6 for the Fever.
Clark on Sheldon. Clark has been, shall we say, spectacular this year. Melissa Smith. Here's Clark. Sheldon quickly picks her up. Clark 2 of 6 shooting. She's got 5 points. Inside, Smith launches to play. Clark, no place to go. Nice defense, Sheldon. Smith, nice move. The way she cupped the ball so nobody could see.
Offensive players in the league, when you look at that admiration and that camaraderie growing across the league, what does that do morally for the league?
I mean, the league is fantastic with all of the talent across the league from coast to coast. But I will tell you, I was just telling a friend, if you want to compare...
Yeah, that's right, 6 in the second. Smith spins, got it. Up ahead, Clark, beautiful pass to Mitchell. You talked about it at the open. 8th of the game, she's got 30 in the ball game. Her 6th 30-point effort today. And then Mitchell fouled by Enrique. They're going to replay it.
And then she offers just great introspective. That's a great pass right there.
Almost a walk by Boston, turned ground, got it. Boston, that's only her 4th. Oh, just about 9 boards a game. Boston season opening. Satu closes. Count the basket and a foul.
21 points.
Her 4th 20-point game in 7 games, and from way downtown. Heads up play, Satu. Yep. Mitchell over Sheldon, buries the 3. Her first points. No field goals made the last 2 games for JC, but she has been hot tonight. Dantas uses the backboard.
You can't let Indiana get out on a break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get going, because she has been phenomenal in the last 7 games.
Player of the month, rookie of the month. Clark on the bounce. Dantas charging inside and finishing.
It's a great read, because Kia Nurse stunts at the downhill drive to fight for position in the paint.
Mitchell trying to get this Indiana offense kick-started. That'll help.
Kelsey Mitchell. They've been gone.
Clark, good feed into Boston with deep position. Lays it in.
Allowed me in there. It's always a learning laboratory when you're in the gym with these coaches in the W, because they work so hard at their schemes, and she lets the game come to her. I've never seen her push or force anything in the W. When the game slows down and you're a rookie, that's impressive.
Oh, Clark, beautiful find to a cutting Boston. For this Fever offense for Caitlin Clark. As Indiana's offense has exploded here out of the Olympic break. Smith going one-on-one, attacking Hamby and winning the battle.
Indiana knows.
Run here so far tonight. And his offense has been a little out of sync at times. Boston spinning inside, right around McDonald.
Beautiful move. 5 triples. Caitlin, go ahead and shoot till your arm falls off.
And Mitchell knocks that one away. Here comes Clark going the other way. Clark going behind the back. Oh, it's Boston, an and one.
Call timeout and advance the ball.
Boston, shot clock down to 3. Drives her way inside, muscles to the rim. Wednesday, she was right there though with 18. Clark looking ahead and finds Boston.
Yeah, that's got to be a part of the scouting report.
Inside, but Collier more than capable of defending bigger than her size. And once again, it's Clark ahead to Boston. And here is Clark off to the races. It's a 2-on-1. She'll bounce for Mitchell. Mitchell got it to go, and a foul.
It's one way to do it.
Really versatile. Clark on the shot fake into a double team. Lofts it up for Boston.
Just another connection there. Defense is just a tad late, and the Lynx are able to punish him.
Oh, corner 3, knocks it down.
And we've seen it ever.
Clark, Mitchell, wide open.
Now another 3 more for Kelsey Mitchell.
Clark looking for space, feeds it into Boston. Boston one bounce and lays it in.
That's Fever basketball right there.
Samuelson pulls down the rebound. Nice job by Heidemann to evade it. Clark back for Samuelson, hits a 3.
Way not to give up on the play there.
Alicia Gray went underneath the screen for Kelsey Mitchell. I'm sure Kelsey's calculating that, because I saw it.
Clark using her size to get inside. Hillman comes and help. Here's Lexi Hull, who does what Lexi Hull has been doing here out of the Olympic break.
3-point range on at least 20 3-point attempts in a 5-game span. You know who else is on that list?
She's going to try her luck on the offensive end. Fagbenle ducks in and finishes.
How about that, back-to-back? She gets that much time.
Oh, pass ahead. Smith running the floor. Clark pays her off. 11-0 Fever run. Clark trying to shake Canada. Bounces for Boston. Boston fakes the pass, spins inside and finishes. Canada, head full of steam. Bank shot too shorts. Clark launching ahead. Mitchell beats the pack back.
Really working hard off the ball.
Clark inside, got it to Boston, who lays it in. Not much of a window there, but she found it.
That's all Boston doing the work early.
With 3 minutes left to play and a 4-point deficit. Clark looking for a shot. Off the screen, lobs it Boston. Boston goes to work, spins, flips it up, and flips it in. Look at Clark, looking to push. Ahead for Fagbenle. Level again.
Beautiful.
Clark going behind the back, trying to create off the Boston screen. Back to Boston. Boston turns the corner, gets to the rim, and ties the game.
To get the ball across midcourt. That's it.
Inside they feed Boston. It's Kubai on her. Boston backing in, turning, and gets deep position. Fagbenle looking for help here. Nobody moving for Indiana. Clark back for Fagbenle. She is open and knocks it down. We could be in for a track meet here tonight. The Aces play second fastest, Indiana third fastest, and Lexi Hull, the league's top 3-point shooter, is now over 70% out of the break.
Las Vegas is moving the ball.
Clark lob it up. Kelsey Mitchell wide open and knocks down a triple. Mitchell joked that she actually liked seeing Caitlin Clark pass her because a lot of people didn't realize she was that high up on the college scoring charts as Wheeler buries a 3. Backdoor pass, Mitchell lays it in, and a foul. Mitchell, 16-point deficit against Atlanta on Sunday, but this is a different kind of challenge. Back Benley connects.
And a couple of buckets from the high post tonight. Leads the league in scoring.
Clark, oh, beautiful bounce pass. Seemingly no angle there, but found Tenny Fagbenley for the buckets.
Really spread the floor very wide, which makes it some really good offensive tendencies.
Clark seeing two players her direction, feeds Boston. Indiana has the advantage, and Boston gets the friendly roll. Trying to beat all their opponents for the first time since 2010 here. Clark shot fakes the three, feeds inside to Boston for two.
That's bread and butter right there. There's so many bodies.
Gray works her way inside, and all sorts of defenders in the way for Indiana as Clark bounces ahead, and Mitchell beats the pack back.
Thought it was going to be back-to-back there.
Dantas launches and hits a three.
And you can feed off the energy, not just from the crowd, but knowing that people are coming in ready to go.
Oh, Mitchell shot out of a cannon and through traffic. 6 of 17 outside of Mitchell, but she's open and splashes home three more. Team with 4 Olympic gold medalists and the 2-time defending WNBA champs. Clark bouncing, Boston gets the roll. Boston, good battle in there with Wilson, Gamecock on Gamecock. Clark with a shot clock down to 5, off the Boston screen, behind the back to Boston, she's wide open and connects. Clark drives the kick out, Dantas shot fakes the three, finds some space and knocks it down.
11 offensive rebounds a game, one of the best in the league.
Clark frees up Boston for 2 more.
Two-man game in the middle third. McCowan does from 2-point range.
Mitchell sidesteps Agumbawale and buries a three. A needed bucket there to stop the bleeding for Dallas. Indiana had gone up 5, and they're back up 5 here with Boston. Aggressive take there. Banks it home. Clark pushing. Mitchell backdoor lays it in.
Handoff off the screen, mid-range jumper.
But Clark right back to Boston, who got inside position on McCowan, and Clark finds Mitchell driving by Sabali. Mitchell right to the cup.
So quick. I mean,
it doesn't go, and in the blink of an eye, an 8-0 run has nearly erased this Fever advantage. Mitchell catch and shoot, buries a three. Sheldon hits the deck, no whistle either way. Dantas corner three, knocks it down.
How about the confidence?
Caitlin Clark with the first possession. Washington starts out in a man-to-man defensively, and they're going to mix some things up against the Fever. They go inside to Melissa Smith, who gets things going. Last game against Connecticut on Tuesday. Here she is again, now attacking Atkins, lays that one up and in. Big-time buckets. Major impact, 10 points for her, 4-5 shooting. Clark split the defense. It's her first bucket of the evening, and the Mystics have a 4-point lead. Boston, short jumper goes for her. Action with that high screen. And they have been doing a great job of putting Indiana in rotation. Nice pass inside from Clark to Smith. Clark working off Boston, now picked up by Dolson. 6 on the shot clock, Boston. Got that up over Atkins. Yeah. And plays that are not connected to easy offense for Indiana.
2 seconds on the clock. Wheeler has to put it up and connects. Clark controlling now for the Fever. 64-52, Washington with the lead. Drop off to Smith, finishes it, and the foul.